Hey there guys, this is me and Malorian, and it's time for another War Machine Battle Report. And sorry about this crappy picture here. I think it's just because I was nervous, and this is the semifinals, so it's probably a good time to be nervous. Don't worry, the following pictures are better. This is Blood and Gears. If you have questions about my list and what this event is about, please go check out the intro video that I'll have down in the description below. But now this is it, guys. This is now trying to decide whether I am going to make the top 3 and what's going to happen. So I'm up against Nathan and his Grimkin, and this was interesting because I normally wouldn't see Nathan somewhere in the top tables. He's normally like a 2-2 player or a 1-3 player, usually there more for the hobby aspect of it. He's just there to, he's just a really chill guy who just loves hanging out and has beautiful looking armies. So no matter what, you know, me coming into this nervous, me seeing that I was up against Nathan, I was like, all right, this is going to be fun. This is going to be nice. Now, looking at this scenario here, it is going to be my Magnus2 up against his Dreamer. I have lots of repetition against playing against Dreamer, so I'm feeling really good about it. It's going to be a lot like my last game against Chris's King of Nothing, where I just need to really get in there and then just try and slowly take out the heavies and start scoring on the side. In fact, this might be pretty much exactly the same table. As you can see, the terrain's in the same place. It's just a different scenario that we're now going to be playing. So yeah, I pretty much have the same plan as last time. I'm going to be pushing hard for the right zone and then kind of contesting everything else. That's better. That's a much better picture. So I get first turn. That's amazing. And what that really means is I put up Escort on myself, Bullet Dodger onto the Buccaneer, and we are moving forward. No reason to really hold back. He doesn't really have a lot of guns this time or anything I really have to worry about. So let's get up there and try and kill some stuff. So on his turn, he's really pushing up. You can see here that I'll be in a very good spot, 2 feet, because I can go up there and pretty much catch everything he has. The big thing though is that when he did this, I didn't really know if I would need defeat. The way it is right now, he doesn't have a lot of things that are really pushing to the right, and I don't really feel like I'm in a spot here where I'm forced to really do anything. If anything, he's kind of pushing a little bit more to the left side, if anything. And I have a lot of pieces over there I can try and contest with. So what I was thinking I might do is actually kind of let him play more to that side, let him get a little bit deeper. I can use this turn to try and kill off some of these gremlin swarms and things like that, and then really kind of go from there. The one thing he did though that's going to be a real pain for me is that Gorehound on the right that really jammed right into the face of my Press Gangers. You know, whereas playing against Chris, the Gorehound stood back and waited to come in later. In this game here, he is right in my face, and that's going to cause some really tough order of activations here. So that's another part of it too. I was thinking where, well, maybe I don't need defeat yet because I kind of need to find a way to unpack first. So we'll see how that goes. So that's basically what I do. It really takes a lot to try and kill off that Gorehound, and I get really jam-packed in there, as you can see. You know, the Press Gangers themselves, they're in the way. They had to go first, couldn't really do much, and it's really the Halberdiers who had to come and clean up after. The good news is that one Halberdier went out there to be kind of a sacrificial lamb. I then shot it with Orin and then used the Electroleap to kill one of the Gremlin Swarms, so hooray, that's one gone. Meanwhile, Anastasia came in and charged into the Gorehound there, just trying to, like, you know, give it something else that's to deal with as I try and unpack here. And then otherwise, that's pretty much it. You know, you can see there on the left, I'm really staying very defensive, just saying, all right, if you want this zone, come and get me. Trying to draw them away from the main fight, and otherwise just trying to jam the center there. So as you can see, my heavies kind of pulling off more to the right. Magnus had to kind of like edge his way over to try and make things work. But yeah, at this point here, just not really wanting to engage. If anything, my Buccaneer's up there, so if he wants to fight up there and get to the Buccaneer, meh, I don't really care. I'll be in a spot where I can take out their heavy. And so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this start. But then he goes and he kills my Nomad. And again, this is kind of a shaky picture, so sorry about that. But yeah, I have to remember Abyssal Gate. Now, what he does with Abyssal Gate is hurts my Nomad, moves it closer, and the real problem here, fellas, is that I just had my Nomad, like, a centimeter too close. If I had a little bit too far, he couldn't really get close enough to get to it, but the way I just was not far back enough. He had enough to move me over, and then the Skin and Moans there that actually had Mirage on it was able to get up there nice and tight and kill my Nomad. So this is awful. This is awful, awful, awful. He's already making, you know, his little spirit elephants and stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of a pain because, of course, when you kill that one, it like explodes and takes away all of your upkeeps, which I kind of out right now. And the biggest thing, though, guys, that in this matchup, my heavies are critical because like last time, he has like 6 heavies to my 2, and so I need every heavy I have to slowly cut his things down. Meanwhile, he also got his Cage Rager into the zone. The Cage Rager is kind of protecting the Gremlin Swarm in the back. If I had a choice, I was actually in a spot there where maybe the last could go up there and seduce the Gremlin Swarm out of the zone. That would have been cool, but now with that Cage Rager in the way, that's a big deal. And I mean, with my last heavy, I need to decide whether I'm going right or whether I'm going left. And really, I have to say, well, whatever, I just need that Cage Rager out of my zone. So this is really not going the way I wanted. I start off getting tilted right away here, and hopefully I can turn this around. So here we go, finally get a nicer picture. I go up there, this is going to be my feet turn, I'm going to lock him down, and I could not kill that Cage Rager. I wanted to make sure it died, so I even pushed up the Nomad all the way so that it could actually go and make its little like 1 melee attack and everything, just to make sure it would die, and I just had crappy rolls, and it just didn't happen. Now, he is using his Arcana to slow me down. Last turn, he used one to cancel a order from my middle unit, which is why I didn't jam as far as I wanted to. This turn, he used another Arcana to make me -2 speed. And so these things are just kind of adding to me not being able to get to where I need to. But yeah, the fact that I didn't kill that Cage Rager means that he's not in a spot where I'm really threatening him. It also didn't open things up so I could actually kill that Gremlin Swarm. So I'm not going to be scoring things on my feet, and worse yet, this is my nightmare, is that since I didn't kill the Cage Rager and I got within an inch, he can now hit me back. And poof, what do you know, my other Nomad is dead. Now I was really upset with myself. You know, the first time was poor positioning, where my Nomad should have been a centimeter back and then everything would be fine. This one here was just me making an emotional play. As always, my Nomads with 1 or 2 inches of reach should be going in at full reach so that I don't have to worry about them going and, you know, fighting back or anything like that. But because of what I did here, yeah, he did not have the same crappy dice I did. In fact, I didn't even take any systems. He didn't even have to even heal. And then he just kills my other Nomad and turns into another little pinata elephant. So now I am super, super in trouble. I have no heavies whatsoever. My feet's gone. And yeah, I'm now going to have to desperately try and get whatever control points I can. Maybe go for a death clock, but so far he's been doing really well on time. So I right now I am just upset with myself and making poor positional plays and emotional plays, and I don't know if I can come back from this. So in return, I'm thinking, okay, if nothing else, I can now kill this Cage Rager. It has taken already a bunch of attacks, and I can start scoring. You know what I don't kill? The Cage Rager. It was infuriating. I'm sending in all my press gangers. I'm sending in all the halberdiers, and I just can't kill this Cage Rager. It is ridiculous. This should not be hard at all. If the charging in halberdiers could have done it. Again, the last could have gone in, seduced that Gremlin Swarm, and I could start the scoring and maybe get some pressure somehow. But the way this went, nothing. So it's just going from bad to worse. So on his turn, he is just continually eating up my dudes. In the middle now, you can see he has destroyed my Buccaneer, so I don't have any jacks now whatsoever. He now has a Skin and Moans. Oh, not the Skin and Moans. That didn't get into the zone. The Crabbit's there. The Skin and Moans is almost in there, and I am just now running out of dudes. I have some dudes on the left who are just basically standing around with a Cage Rager. I think at the same time, he realized that I wasn't doing a play over there, so he just kind of stopped making attacks too. He knew that, okay, that's not the focus of the game. We're all focusing here on the right. But wow, this is just going so bad. So on my turn, I actually finally get to do something. I now get in there and I finally kill the Cage Rager. I kill the Crabbit that was in my zone. So I do score and make it 1-0. But guys, to be honest, this is too little too late. You know, at this point here, it's very easy for him to recontest this. It's going to be so hard for me to try and fight back. He's in an easy spot now where he could trample over and destroy my objective. This is just all the bad. So on his turn, that's really what he does. He actually tramples over and gets his Skin and Modes onto my caster. It wasn't like a good odds assassination. You know, I was pretty much fully camped and everything like that, but he does get in there and is going to be making some trouble for me. The battle engine is in the zone as well. The other heavies continue to kill things. And so, yeah, I'm kind of left in this same bad position where I just really need to try and kill this Skin and Moan. So luckily I still have Ragman alive, so hopefully between Magnus' armor pierce attack and all of Alexi's attack, I can kill it. But even then, I'll still have a battle engine to deal with. So that's what I do. I'm able to kill that Skin and Moan, so hooray! Although I'm still not scoring anything else, I'm just jamming, putting things in the way of his heavies, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I must have actually missed a picture here, but clearly on his turn, he didn't just kill his own stuff. So basically, he grinds a little bit more. Then for me, it kind of takes on my turn all I can just to kill the battle engine. It doesn't matter. His Gorehound is already in the zone as well, so I'm not scoring. He is now at the point where he has destroyed my objective, and he's also scoring on the middle zone. So really at this point, it is really just super over. So this is the last picture here. Basically, you know, when it comes down to it, I could go in and I could contest his zone and we could play this out, but the big thing is that why? As far as tiebreakers and stuff go, it really won't really matter. I'm just not in a spot where I can get... It had nothing to do with him, obviously. I was just really disappointed in myself. You know, up to this point, I've been playing really well, and then 2 turns in a row, I made critical mistakes, which led to me losing my key heavies, and then from that point, I was just really in a no-win situation, assuming he didn't make a big mistake. But you know what? That said, I was actually in a way also very happy to see Nathan win, because again, he normally isn't in these top tables, and here he is, now going to go forward to the top table, where he actually faced Corey Burns, another WTC Canada player, and it turns out Nathan beat him as well and won the entire thing. So, you know, that's why if you guys saw me put an article out a little while ago, I was talking about the ideal champion. That's what I wrote about Nathan, because we kind of need more guys like him, just a chill dude who loves the hobby, and, you know, like through this game, he wasn't stressed at all. He was just sitting back and enjoying it while I was over here like pulling out my hair and things. So there you go, guys. Unfortunately, that means that my search for first place of Blood and Gears is going to be a fail, but hey, I can still try and get third. So if you have any comments on this game, please post it down below. As well, if you want to check out that article that I wrote about Nathan, you can find it on the Party Foul blog site there, talking about the ideal champion. But otherwise, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye.